Good morning, everyone, once again from Ljubljana. And we are less than 48 hours away from the SuperFinals of the Champions League. It is my pleasure to host the media meeting with Vakifbank Istanbul, with the captain, Melis Gürkaynak, and with the coach, Giovanni Guidetti. As I said to your colleagues from Conegliano, it's some sort of deja vu because we have the very same teams we had last year in Verona contesting the finals. But the good thing is that eventually, I mean, these are the top teams in Europe and they have the right to fight for the trophy. For those who joined the previous meeting, I understand we had some minor technical issues, which hopefully we have managed to solve now. I ask for your patience. We will be taking it slowly, and but we will try also to answer all of the questions that we have received in advance of the meetings and also those that you will be asking through the chat. So I will start with Melis. I mean, this is the last match of the season, of a very long season. It is a very important match for you, even more special. We know why, because this is your last competitive match. So how do you feel, I mean, ahead of this game, and which is the culmination of a very, very long, challenging, but also already successful season?
Of course, we are very happy to be here and excited to be here in the SuperFinals in Slovenia. In the beginning of the season, we had 5 cups in front of us, and we could have 4 during all season, tough season actually, and the long, that's what to say. And we will be in the court to have our 5th cup, and it will be not easy, we know, and we had many finals against Conegliano actually in the last few years, and we know them, they know us, and we worked a lot, and we will be in the court to have our 5th cup to complete our mission for that season. And I want to wish good luck also for them. I think will be very good games.
So Giovanni, as Melis said, it has been a long season, successful already, but there were also some difficulties along the way in the National League, also in the semi-finals of the Champions League. How precious do you think these experiences are now ahead of the SuperFinal? Because it's very pleasant when everything is running smoothly, but you can also take some positives from the difficulties that you were able to overcome.
Yeah, first of all, I mean, she didn't answer to your first question about herself because that's why she's a great captain. She don't like to talk about herself, but we are very sad that it will be last match of Melis inside the court, but we believe she will stay close to us forever. And about your question, actually, I'm not happy at all when the things go easy. So I am pretty happy the way this season went, because we really went through very, very difficult moment, a lot of big challenges, and nothing came easy to us this season. And so I think that this is the way a team can learn, this is the way a team can grow, and I think that we learn and we grow a lot, and we really manage many situations where we were in a very, very, very big pressure. But like we like to say in our family, that the pressure is the privilege that we deserve. So we are pretty happy the way we handle this pressure in many, many moments, like you say. So we are really happy and lucky to be here, because the second match with Fenerbahce was very tough. We just were able somehow to manage the golden set. And also Fenerbahce was 6 points to win the title in Turkish league. But again, we were able to manage this. And before that, we struggled a lot against Reshov. We lost the first match in Poland, and we were almost in the tiebreak of the second match. I mean, many times we were in a very, very almost dead situation, but we managed to stay alive. And I thanks my players, because they always believe in our final success and our final result.
Melis, your coach said that you managed to overcome some difficulties, and I believe this is where you see the strength of the team. I mean, it's always easy to win when things are easy, but it's the top ones. I mean, you see them when the situation is challenging and demanding. Now, speaking of tomorrow's match with Conegliano, this is already the second time you play against them this season after the final of the Club World Championship in Ankara. Obviously, there you had the full house on your side. But what do you think has changed for you and for them as much as you could see since December? I mean, the season has been long, there have been highs and lows, but what do you think has changed for you and for them ever since you played the final of the Club World Championship?
We play against them, that's what to say in the December. Of course, it was, let's say, the beginning of the season. So, of course, they improve, we improve. We had just, Giovanni mentioned about it. We had many tough games and also Turkish League regular season, Turkish Cup, and after the semi-final of Champions League also, we struggled a lot in Resho. We had many tough games, and for us, maybe it was a comeback season. Which is we are used to play this kind of games as a Vakifbank from many years. Maybe it started with Giovanni because also from 2011 we had many this kind of season. So we are happy that we had also this season, like comeback season. Let's say. Also, we improve. They improve. But also in December, it was very tough game. It was very high level game. We played against Conegliano. So I think it will be much better than December because also we improved. That's what I say. So it will be more high quality game, I think.
Giovanni, as we said, it has been a long season. It's now the 21st of May. Do you think that there is definitely maybe some fatigue that the players are feeling, but do you think there is still the excitement to mobilize the energy one last time ahead of tomorrow's match? And how can you mobilize their energy one last time, at least for this season?
Yeah, I can tell what we share with the team. With the team, we spoke about the Ironman, that is the most difficult run sport in the world, you know. And you see that as soon as they finish the marathon after swimming and cycling, they all the participants are really falling down on the floor, you know. But nobody quit at the last kilometer. So here we are exactly at the last kilometer. So I believe that every player, every coach, every staff member will find the energy to perform the best tomorrow. They will find some mental energy, the most to compensate some physical fatigue, but the passion and the will give energy to everybody. But like probably in the Ironman, after the last one, everybody will fall apart, will fall down. Somebody happy, somebody sad, but I believe both teams will find the energy for sure to give their best tomorrow.
With you, Giovanni. Of course, there is a lot of speculations about what is going to happen next year, and there will be changing and players moving. And now, just focusing on tomorrow's match for now. The question that some people have asked is the winner of the duel of the battle between Isabel Haak and Paola Egonu going to decide which of the two teams will be lifting the trophy at the end, or do you believe more in the collective efforts, and it's not going to be the winner of this battle that is defining the eventual results? How do you see this perception of tomorrow's match?
This is not an easy question. I mean, I think, of course, in volleyball, there are always some players that attack the most of the ball, and these are, of course, Bella and Egonu. But I also can predict that, I mean, every match, you know, Egonu and Bella, they are providing pretty much the same number of points, you know. So I believe that they will do their job for sure. So at the end, you know, when they do, both of them, they will do their job. The difference will be what the other player will bring, you know, because, of course, we're talking about volleyball. So you need, you know, one person cannot win alone, can be very important in some moment, but one person cannot win alone. So I believe that at the end, what the other player will bring in the final of tomorrow will make more different than Egonu and Dak, because we know that Egonu and Dak, they will score, both of them, a lot of points.
Now let's go back to this season, and you defined it a comeback season after some initial struggles, let's say, Melis. Where, and I will be asking the same question to Giovanni, where did you think that the curve did also turn? Where did you see this comeback begin? What was the key moments defining the season in a way that it didn't start maybe ideally, but then you started performing as you should have done from the beginning?
Not easy to say. It's the one game that after we come back to season, also we started not bad. We started with the Super Cup in the league, and after we won the title of the World Club Championship. Just, I think, let's say maybe after Champions League semi-final with Fenerbahce, and it was not easy for us to win the golden sets after 3-0 losing against Fenerbahce. Also, Fenerbahce was very good team for this season. They have many good attackers in their team. And after this golden set, we understood that something will be different than maybe last season. So I can say that game was important for our season.
I mean, for sure, what Meli said is good. But probably I can go even more back. And I can think about when we lost 3-0 in Kuzeyburnu, that maybe you don't even know where it is, the very small city in Turkish league, yes, where I think the team arrived at the end. It was not a bad team, but I think the team arrived, I think they arrived 8th or 7th in the league, I believe. Number 8, you know, and we lost 3-0 in their home, at least. I don't believe many 3-0 that we lost, you know. So I think that day, you know, gave us a very strong, you know, alarm, you know, so that we had to change the way to play. We had to change the way to train because we were not doing the things good enough. So it was a very good wake-up call.
We said at the very beginning, I mean, this is like a deja vu. We have the same teams we had last year in Verona, but the conditions are fortunately completely different. Last year, you remember, we were in a sort of a bubble. We didn't have any real spectators. At the end of the day, it was played behind closed doors. You had the privilege of playing this Club World Championship in Ankara before a large crowd, which was already like a return to some sort of normalcy. Tomorrow there will be at least 8,000 fans here in Ljubljana. How important is the fact that, you know, this situation is changing also to the extent that you can perform in front of an audience as athletes, as elite athletes? Ankara was probably already a turning point, but how important is it for you that the conditions have changed so much?
Actually, in this season, also in Turkey, volleyball is very famous, very popular. And I think because of national team, our Turkish national team, they are improving, they had many success. For that reason, now normally football is the best sport in Turkey, but also volleyball, I think, will be the best, in my opinion, in the future, because of all success in national team and the club. So we used to play in front of many people in this season. So it's very, as you said, it was an advantage in Ankara for us, but I'm sure that tomorrow will be very crowded. So we used to play in front of many spectators. So it will be more enjoyable, of course, for the players, because last season, because of pandemic, it was without any spectators. Also, we used to play for last season, but of course, it's more enjoyable to play in front of many spectators. So also, we are very excited to play for tomorrow, and it will be much better who has the cup, who has the trophy to celebrate with the fans.
And for you, Giovanni, what sort of an impact does the audience have on your players, on the ability to perform? I think we were sort of lucky that you could still continue to play even behind closed doors by the time that the pandemic was at its peak, so that you could still continue with your job and continue to perform, but the conditions have changed. And how important is there to mobilize the mental and physical energy of your athletes?
I think at this level, you know, all the players are used to play in every condition. So in Ankara, we won against Conegliano, and there was more than, I don't remember, 12,000, 15,000, I mean, around 15,000 people, basically all for us. We won against Fenerbahce in front of 7,000 people against us, you know, and tomorrow I believe there will be a lot of spectators from Conegliano because it's just a couple hours from Conegliano. So I think we already experienced, all team at this level experience all the emotion, you know. So it's very nice to play in front of your crowd, but at the same time, I think it's also very nice to play against, you know, against the crowd, you know, because this also gives you a lot of energy, give also a feeling of, you know, a very compact team that need to be together to fight not only the team, but also the crowd. So I think a strong team, a good team can find positive energy from both sides, playing in front of your crowd or playing in front of opponent.
I just received a message through the chat, which is quite funny, I have to say. Everything has already been discussed about the women's final, and even though this is not your, you know, your cup of tea, so to speak, they are asking me, a Polish journalist is asking if you can make any prediction about the men's final. As again, I mean, it will be the same teams as last year. So as if you did follow, if you have an opinion, so he's asking about what do you expect, I mean, from men's final. Melis, we start with you and then to Vaki.
Just I know that for the Polish is very important men's side, and we are in the same hotel, so just we are talking about men's. Actually, I'm not following men's volleyball. Just I watching couple games, and I don't know. I cannot say nothing that Polish or Italian will win. Last season, Zaksa had champion, so I don't know. I cannot say nothing. But also it will be very good game, and also we will be in the game after our final that they will play. So we will watch. So also we are excited to play this high level game.
I mean, no, I'm prediction. I'm not good at all, so better I don't do. And I think that, I mean, on the paper, Zaksa he has some more credit, you know, if I can say can be 60-40 for Zaksa on the paper. But I really love Trentino because they have plenty of young guys that they're playing amazing. Many of them, they just won the European Championship in national team, and it's a team that improved a lot. Nobody gave a lot of credit to this team in Italy this year, but they did amazing job also to be here. They won against Perugia, and I think that they have much different budget than Trentino. So I really believe that, I mean, Zaksa have to play really good to win against this Trentino. But of course, they have a little bit in favor.
Now, one last question. We go back to women's volleyball and to your match or to your success story. Melis, you have been a member of Vakifbank for many years. You shared the success, I mean, which started in 2011 when the Final Four was organized in Istanbul, and that was the first Champions League trophy, not just for Vakifbank, but for any Turkish women's team. So it's 11 years later, and here we are again. I mean, and I believe it's quite amazing, you know, that you keep this high level for so long, because there are cycles, you know, teams are coming and going. But what is truly exceptional in the case of Vakifbank is the fact that for 10+ years, you are always there at the top. So I will ask you and also Giovanni, because he has been the coach of this team ever since. How would you explain not just the success, but the ability to stay at the top for so long?
It's not easy to say, to explain our success in one word or one sentence. Just always I mention about it. The players are changing, maybe stuff is changing, but the organization is always winning in the club, in Vakifbank. So we have one circle, doesn't matter who is the player that coming to Vakifbank. Of course, we have very valuable and strong players in our team from many years. But we have one circle and the players are coming the circle, and the circle is always turning in a good way. So the organization is always winning in Vakifbank. It's our power, it's our strength, and we have many good habits. It's coming our practices mostly. We never give up only for one ball, or we never give up on the practice also. So it gives us more confidence also in the court when we are playing high-level games. So it's become our habit to win. So it's because of the success of organization, I think.
Not easy. I think one reason that we always have great captains that gave education and install a culture of work in the club. And second, I believe that our celebration were always very big and very nice, but very short. Because as soon as we won something, we always think what we can do to become better. So we never celebrate too long. We never said we are the best. But as soon as we won something, we always thought, okay, what we have to do to improve the next year, because other things will improve to beat us. And I think keeping this mindset make us always watch the cup that we have to win, and we never watch back the cup that we won.
Reminds me of what Daniele Santarelli just said, because they won the National League, and the question was it difficult to refocus on this one next game after you celebrated? And he said that he celebrated probably for 2 hours only, and then he started already planning for this one match. So the secret of success is not to be resting on your success, but to take it as a motivation to go for more. So the appetite comes, whenever you are successful, then there is hunger to achieve more. I believe we have discussed all of the questions I have received. So I would like to thank you for joining us. I would like to wish a very nice match to Melis. Whatever the result is, that you take nice memories from this last match. You deserve it. And all the best to you for tomorrow. And thanks for being with us, but also thanks for being so involved in volleyball for so long, and for working so hard to grow our game. I think that, as we said, 11 years later since their first final in Istanbul, that speaks for itself. So good luck for tomorrow. Thanks to all of you for joining us today.